Powered by the Montana Television Network. The 10 o'clock news continues on KPAX, Montana's news leader.
Governors from across the country had the president's ear on gun violence. Today's meeting comes almost 2 weeks after 17 people were gunned down at that Florida high school. President Trump told the nation's governors he wants to take action to improve school safety. The president is pushing for stronger background checks, increased access to mental institutions, and retribution as a deterrent for would-be gunmen. The president also has been advocating the idea of arming teachers. Montana Governor Steve Bullock told the president about his own experience of his own nephew being a victim of gun violence. He says if school personnel are armed, they need to have extensive training and be prepared under pressure.
I want to make sure if somebody is armed in a school, that they have that training, that we know that he or she, it's much more, as I think you recognize, than just carrying concealed, that they have that training, that I as a parent can say that this person under pressure will know what to do with a firearm before we start introducing the firearms into our schools.
The governor's meeting with the president also touched on the topics of shared state-federal priorities, including infrastructure, workforce developments, and the opioid epidemic.
The current owners of the Southgate Mall are planning to stay active in development of the areas adjacent to the mall, even after they sell the property to an Ohio investment group. As MTN News reported Saturday, the Washington Prime Group announced it was purchasing Southgate for $58 million in a fourth quarter conference call with investors late last week. The deal will close out the local ownership of the mall by developer Peter Lambros and his partners, who first opened the mall in the early 1980s. The sale comes as the local group is close to wrapping up a major updating and expansion of the mall, adding a new Lucky's Market and AMC Theater to anchor a town center approach on the mall's south end. But Lambros and his partners plan to stay actively involved in the mall district. He tells MTN News the group will now be shifting their focus onto the planned residential development on the southwest corner of the Southgate property. That's actually been a part of the mall redevelopment concept for the past several years. Lambros says he fully expects the mall sale to be finalized in the second quarter. Coming up in Health Watch, a rural hospital in western Montana looking for levy help to keep the doors open. Stay with us here on KPAX.